How the heck are you, everybody? I am Fastidious. Welcome back to Dragonheir Silent God Season 4. What an incredible time in this game. Season after season now, they are just leveling everything up, and this is the juiciest level up thus far. As you're gonna hear in this video though, even juicier level ups to the player experience and to the gameplay in Dragonheir are coming very soon, and right now really is the best time ever to start playing. So as always, before we head into it and I show you all the great new stuff, including the new server versus server game mode, a new form of PvP I've never seen in another game, that's gonna be the Crisis Rally Battle, which we'll show off in this video. Before I do all that, I do have to thank Dragonheir for sponsoring today's video. It is awesome that we get to make these videos all the time, and they gave me a brand new link, which is just fantastic. It is a creator-exclusive link, which is great for both current active players and brand new players. If you're already playing and you just click my link and launch into the game, you can get loads of freebies right now, including premium summons, premium currency, so on and so on. And if you're brand new, you can get all that plus an incredible free legendary straight from my link. Very cool of Dragonheir to do this, so if you want to start playing today, use my link in the description in the top pinned comment. It's easiest if you just go straight from my link. I mean, you should do it anyway because you get all the freebies, but if you do go searching yourself, make sure to search correctly. Now, what do I mean? Well, if you're in the US and you're checking on the App Store or the Google Play Store, make sure to look up Dragonstride Legacy Reborn. Everywhere else, all other platforms in the US and all platforms anywhere outside of the US, it of course is going to be Dragonheir Silent Gods. Now, why am I in the gallery looking at a bunch of ice legendaries? That's because I want to show off Hochadir, who is 100% free with my link if you're new to the game. So on top of all the other goodies, you get him for free. So download now using the link in the description and the top pinned comment. All right, let's hop right into it. Big things happening. The Crisis Rally Battle Mode is officially live. Season 4 is underway. The Valentine's events are starting right now, and they are extremely generous. We have tons of new artifacts in the game, tons of new heroes, brand new gear sets. One of my favorite new legendaries in Season 4 is going to be Fredegonda, who I cannot wait to show you guys. And as I said, if you wait till the very end, I've got some really nice teasers for some huge game-changing overhaul updates coming in the very near future. First things first, we're gonna do Crisis Battle Mode at the end, but I do wanna show you this phenomenal cinematic. So look at this. This is going to be server versus server content. Maybe I just haven't played enough games, but in this genre, at least in the current world of gacha with the games I engage with, this is something very novel, very cool, and something I've never seen before. So this is a battle mode where your entire server is going to collaborate and work together to take on other servers. We've seen clan versus clan and guild versus guild and player versus player, but here we are getting server versus server. So there is a lot of cool stuff in the Crisis Rally Battle Mode. Let's come back to that in just a second. I want to get you hyped up for everything else before we head into battle and we check out all that stuff. So let's go to summons. You can see I'm on my test server account. This is my Fastidious Dragonheir test server. And you can see I'm locked and loaded. I've got a ton of premium currency with the Virmaro over here, over 10,000. I have 500 premium summons with these Heliolite dice. That's not just because I'm on the test server. Yes, I have it just because I'm on the test server, but it's not something you cannot get if you're not on the test server. Because right now in Season 4, there are 350 total premium summons up for grabs. Just in the first month playing Season 4, you can get 180 Heliolite dice, and you can get 17,000 Virmaro. So 100 Virmaro is one premium summon, so if you converted all those 17,000 Virmaro into premium summons, you would have 350 Heliolite dice, 180 plus 170. It's Looney Tunes. We don't really see this for free in any other gacha games. It's kind of why I get so excited talking about Dragonheir, just because it's so much more generous and free-to-play friendly than basically any other game I've ever played, and certainly any game that I'm playing right now. So that is just a lot of fun. They're also introducing new stuff all the time. You guys know I love other games, but so many of those games get kind of stale when they're not introducing new gear sets and new artifacts and things like that. There is no issue there at all in Dragonheir. There are over 20 new heroes in Season 4, including superstars like Paixton over here. There's where are some of the really, really cool ones. Oh, well, here's a freebie. Free just by participating in Season 4, you can get Calavera, who's a phenomenal support. Some more awesome new guys like Irmouche over here. That's a fun name to say as well. We've got Phasa, who is one of the strongest ever in the original Season 4 on the original run of the game. She looks to have been buffed, and she's going to be better than ever. And then, of course, I really want to key in on my new favorite, Fredegonda. But we'll break her down a bit later in the video once you've already seen her in battle, because of course I'm going to show her off. So on top of those 20 plus new heroes, we've got 8 new gear sets, we've got 10 new artifacts, and like I said towards the beginning of the video, we have live brand new events right now, including this card game for Valentine's Day. They're calling this the Unison card game. It says there's only 5 days left. That's just because I'm on the test server. You're going to have 14 days to tackle this, and this is pretty crazy when it comes to rewards. You're going to flip cards over here. I'll show you in a minute. And as you flip, you can get rare cards, which go to your card collection, which is right behind me. As you fill out this collection, you're going to get all these rewards on the bottom. Special avatar frame, these special auric tokens, you're getting fragments towards a free legendary hero, and of course you're getting premium summons. And you can stack all of these up. If you're missing 1 or 2 cards, you can gift cards and trade cards with your friends. So that's a really, really strong feature in this to make sure everyone gets their collections done. Just play daily and you're gonna destroy this event. In total, over the 14 days, there are 370 free flips, so you're not gonna leave any crumbs on the table. You're gonna gobble all this up. You're gonna get all the good rewards. If we go to quest over here, you'll have daily quests and event quests. The event quests come just by flipping cards. So as you participate more and more, you're going to get more flips, which is great, more cards to use. You're going to get a rare card that will go towards your collection. But every day, you can get a bunch of flips too. It's 25 additional flips every day just by doing the bare minimum of playing the daily portion of the game, right? Consume 150 stamina, forge some equipment, do a horn summon, do a normal summon, and do 5 alliance commissions. You can see I just knocked all that out on the test server. The whole thing took me like 5 or 10 minutes, and now I have 25 flips that I can do with you guys. So if I click here, you can see there's some essence of creation. There is some forging material. We can speed this along by skipping the animation. More essence of creation, some starlight dice. So you can just hammer away at this. Pretty crazy. Once you've done 9 flips, you're going to finish out the round and you can already skip ahead. Once you get 9 flips, you'll see we get this guarantee. The next flip is guaranteed to trigger a reward multiplier. So let's go here and boom, 3x on the fragments to get a free epic unit. Now you can keep flipping or you can go to the next round, but it's important to note you can only go to the next round after you've obtained at least 1 grand prize. So let's keep hunting for that grand prize. I don't think the Prismy coins are going to be it. Let's keep going. Some apprentice pages, some rare skillet materials, more essence of creation. There we go. There's the Hymn of Love. So this should be a special card, and it is. When you get one of these special cards, and look at that, it's like the special event card, I'm getting some additional premium currency, 166 Virmaro, which comes out to 1 2/3 premium summons if I want to use those for Heliolite die. That card actually just came with the Virmaro, so it doesn't go to our special collection, but we'll definitely take those premium currencies. They're actually not even counting that as a grand prize, so let's soldier on. Maybe we don't get the grand prize until we've hit a rare card. More soul fragments, that time for rares. This next one's guaranteed a multiplier. Hopefully it's something very good. Rare fragments. There's some more Virmaro. More Virmaro. They're really saving it for the end here. More Virmaro. I had to clear the whole page. And now we can move along. And I still have 1 flip left. So it seems like maybe they've backloaded the really good stuff, or I was just unlucky there. But all in all, you can flip all the time. You get 25 freebies a day plus bonus stuff as you clear out the event quests. In total, like I said, it's 370, which is just a ton. 370 free flips. You'll fill out your card collection and you'll get very good rewards. All right, I think it's time for the Crisis battle. This is just gonna be a great little teaser, but I think you'll get a good taste of what this really looks like. If we go over here to the buff, you can see as my server, all the different people are hitting these different targets, we're getting Virmaro and we're getting kind of buffs within the Crisis Rally game mode. So you can see our Familiar's bag capacity gets increased. Our personal inventory capacity gets increased with each one of these we tackle as a server. You also have these individual goals, and look at all that. A bunch more Virmaro as well. Another 180, we'll definitely take that. Little buffs that we get within the game mode as well. And you can just keep chipping away at this. If we head into the map, you'll see we basically want to kind of fill in this map, paint out a route, and conquer as much as possible to make sure we get more rally medals than the server we're competing against. I know this might seem overwhelming at first because there's all these different things to attack, special chests. You can actually build stuff too. If you look, I can click on an empty square and go to construct. You can see I could create a blessing idol where me and other server travelers could pray to get additional buffs. You just have to consume some of your fuel, which is how you get around each day within this game mode. We also have this rest area over here where you can recover a little bit. Very cool. If I pop this open, you're gonna see to win at the end of the event, you just need to be the server that has won or earned the most rally medals. You're gonna earn those medals by defeating bosses as well as selling loot to get them. With this map, there's gonna be 3 different area bosses, 1 final boss. You wanna defeat them in order with your server and just make as much progress as possible. Very, very interactive kind of PvP mode. I'm calling it SVS, server versus server. Basically, like I said, you're going to paint in the map. You're going to work with other travelers on your server to essentially like pave the road. You're filling in every tile that you want to with new things you can construct, right? Those rest areas, those blessing altars, so on and so on. You just progress through all this, and yeah, you're gonna create some really awesome stuff. So we discussed the blessing idol, we discussed the rest area. There's also a unity treasury you can interact with, another way to earn rally medals. There's a summoning circle. You're gonna get special currency in this game mode, so you can summon an unknown powerful being. You're gonna earn special keys to open up chests and get special rewards from those. You're gonna build out your base, and then you're gonna have these obstacles that you go ahead and destroy. It's gonna be a very, very engaging game mode. You can see up top, this is going to be my fuel, so I can go 100 tiles right now as I go exploring. You're gonna wanna be thoughtful about how you use this. Let's go over here right now and let's do a little battle. So we're gonna go to this square and I can attack, kind of destroy this obstacle. So let's take a squad into battle. You can see it is going to cost me 10 fuel. This is kind of the currency we use as we move around the map and we engage with different things. There are going to be different buffs and debuffs. It's going to depend upon how much fuel you have at that specific time. That kind of controls your buffs, and it also depends on the specific obstacle. So this is coming with an increased monster dodge rate, and then because we're in a good spot with our fuel, radiant damage taken against enemies is increased, and also damage dealt is increased and damage taken is decreased. So let's go ahead and let's challenge. I have a nice little Ice Blast squad we can throw out there featuring my girl Fredegonda. So let's toss her right here in the back. We'll put Shinna right next to her. Get a little support and shielding. Then we got Beldel, and then of course Hachadier. We got to show him off. Not perfect for this Ice Blast comp I am creating, but he does synergize well as another Frost unit, and I wanted to show off Hachadier. But this little trio, I got to tell you, Fredegonda is going to be an incredible person alongside Beldel and Shinna or whomever else you want to use from Ice Blast. I really think she's going to take the Ice Blast comp to the next level. I already think the Ice Blast comp is completely OP. Looks like it might be getting a lot stronger. So let's head into battle and let's see. We take on this little obstacle. Pretty high level. We're kind of getting whacked around. My test server gear is not where I wanted it to be, but we're going to do our best here. And yeah, looks like they might shellac us, actually. But at least you're getting to see Fredegonda and the gang in action. Can we take someone down? No, we can't. We're going to, unfortunately, falter here. But you can see it's going to be a very worthy challenge. And there's going to be a lot of strategies you can come up with together, you know, alongside your server mates, right? Your server teammates, your fellow travelers on the map as you progress through everything. So you can see part of the reason I didn't perform as well as I would have liked is not just the lesser gear currently for me on the test server, but also I haven't invested all of my special rally currency, right? Like, yes, you want to earn as many rally medals as possible, but you can use them to improve your squad and your performance. So I could get this raid potion, apply it to battle, and it's going to increase my damage dealt by 20%. There's a lot of interesting things you can do. There's going to be a lot of strategies that are formed and a lot of meta that will evolve within this game mode. I think it's really cool. So there's your first little taste of the Crisis Rally battle. Let's get a little taste as well of Fredegonda. That came out wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. Let's see what she's all about and why I think she's so cool. First off, the design, like almost all the character designs in Dragonheir Silent Gods, is amazing, right? She is this kind of angelic, regal, half owl, half woman. These wings are incredible. The level of detail in these character designs is unmatched, I would say. Only a couple games come even close. Really beautiful stuff, really well rendered, looks very high quality. I just love to see it. So Fredegonda is going to be from the Ice Affinity. For Season 4, we have Permafrost, which is going to be a pairing of Ice with Necrosis, so that's how you can trigger different elemental affinity bonuses. When it comes to her specific school, like I said, she's going to be Ice Blast. Ice Blast is crazy, and she synergizes perfectly. Let's start with her aura. She has got an all battles aura, which is always great, so it's applicable to basically any fight. She's going to increase allies' crit damage by 24%. More crit damage means more damage. That means more DPS. DPS is the most fun part of any game, in my opinion. Let's go to that passive. You can see it here, Flash Storm. She's going to mark the first Ice Blast ally in front, and when they consume Ice Crystal, that's like the signature mechanic that the Ice Blast units create, she will immediately replenish that consumed amount of the Ice Crystal. So she prevents those units from having their Ice Crystal supply get low. When the hero consumes Ice Crystal, a pursuit attack is launched, a 400% attack cold damage. When the hero gains Ice Crystal, gains 1 stack of Ice Feather. That's a signature Fredegonda mechanic. That's going to last 10 seconds. And you can see here, Ice Feather is very strong. It's going to increase crit rate by 1% for 10 seconds, up to 20 stacks. An additional 20% crit rate is fantastic. It also synergizes perfectly with Beldel, who's converting excess crit rate into a ton of crit damage. And Beldel is just like the DPS superstar. So these two are just fantastic together. Great to see. Let's go to the battle skill now. You'll see Fredegonda is going to launch 3 frost projectiles at a random enemy. These each will deal 400% attack cold damage. That is a pretty brutal hit. For every ice crystal she has at the time of casting this battle skill, she will launch an additional frost projectile. Very, very crazy. The way this triggering works is she'll launch an additional frost projectile for every 2 ice crystals she has. So for every multiple of 2, that's another projectile, another 400% attack cold damage just from the battle skill. Very strong. Finally, the ultimate. We love this ultimate. She's gonna deal 720% attack cold damage to all enemies on the entire map. You can see this range is map wide, and you'll see that damage also scales off of the number of ice crystals. Each ice crystal will grant 20% additional damage. She's also going to give all Ice Blast heroes the Howling Wizard ability. Or rather, you can think of it as she allows them to enter the Howling Blizzard state. That's going to last 10 seconds. When they are in Howling Blizzard, all those Ice Blast units are going to gain crit rate and crit damage bonuses equal to 15% of Fredegonda's crit rate and crit damage respectively, right? So if you load her up with crit rate, if you load her up with crit damage, she's also getting more crit rate as well very often from the Ice Feather. She's going to have a ton, which she can give 15% of, to all her Ice Blast allies. These crit rate and crit damage bonuses are fantastic, and like I said previously, they synergize very well with Beldel and the rest of the Ice Blast units. So I think she's just a superstar, and I think she looks so cool. I really, really hope I get her outside of the test server. I want to get her on my real account too. Finally, before we wrap things up, guys, I promised you a juicy little teaser, and it is just going to be a teaser, but I think you're going to want to hear this. There is some game-changing stuff coming to Dragonheir Silent Gods. I can't get too much more specific than that, but they are going to completely mix up the summoning system in a strictly player-friendly way. Like, it's all going to be to the benefit of the players. I am so excited about what they have cooking behind the scenes, and they are giving the season-based format a big overhaul. Right now, and I can get a little specific here, right now, one player could be on Season 3, one player could be on Season 2, one player could already be on Season 4. They're going to link all the players up, and I think that's going to be so much better for the community. It's going to be so much more fun, and I'm sure it's going to lead to more events and more rewards and more fantastic things for everyone. So all in all, I'm very excited about where Dragonheir is right now, and I'm even more excited about where it's heading over the next month or 2. So there you have it. Cool stuff happening. I hope you're jazzed up. If you want to start playing Dragonheir, or if you want to come back, or if you're already playing and you just want to get more freebies, use my link in the description in the top pinned comment. Remember, if you're brand new or you're starting over, you will get a free copy of the legendary Hachadir with only my link, which is excellent. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video. I want to thank Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring this video. Share with your mother, guys. I've been Fastidious, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.